So while we're eating, I want to ask some kind of semi-serious questions. Do you have a 5-year plan?
Yes. Within my 5-year plan, I hope to save to get another property. So, I can get some other income that'll support children. I said I'd like to have kids in 2 to 3 years, max.
It's so important for our couples to have fun, but it's also important for them to get on the
Same page in regards to the future, because in just 2.5 weeks, all our couples will have to decide whether they're going to stay married or get a divorce.
Also, in my 5-year plan, I hope to start slowly transitioning into, coaching, at least part-time or whatever, basketball. Part-time, maybe summers.
But coaching doesn't generate money.
It does.
How?
You don't see, college coaches making millions?
No, they don't. Unless they in, a popular school.
College coaches make millions.
Not for, maybe D1, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's really nice to know that we are on the same page when it comes to certain things, such as kids. But Will talking about switching careers, that's a little concerning because you need money to definitely have multiple kids. So that's what you want to be, a D1?
I just want to be a coach.
Basketball coach.
I want to make a difference in kids' lives. I'm a bit shocked. My wife, she just, focuses on the money. I wanted more of a partnership in a marriage. I want to feel supported in all my endeavors. Good hanging out with you guys.
Always.
Yeah.
So, how's life been treating you? What's going on?
Married life is interesting. We have a lot of similarities. We both want children, but we have different visions of life.
In what ways?
I'm not really monetary based. I want to just impact people's lives.
Did she seem supportive?
No. I told her I want to transition more into helping kids in the field of basketball. She's like, well, you're not going to make any money doing that. On the contrary.
That bothers me.
Yeah, so
that bothers me. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's worrisome that Jasmine continues to go back and forth in regards to the provider role. I'm not motivated by money because you'll get a promotion, you'll get a new car, then a year later you want a newer car, so you never are satisfied.
So, Will, anything with Jasmine that you wanted to address?
Yes, one being the communication. Digging through my layers to get to know who I am and why I do what I do, and clear communication as well. Say what you mean. And I use the example of how she views the gender roles, financial specifically, and how she kind of goes back and forth with it. Between me and my wife, clear and effective communication is the #1 thing lacking. My biggest fear is that she will revert back to what she genuinely wants. And if the man paying for everything is what she wants, then that's not me. Initially in the honeymoon, when it was first brought out, she was like, I think the man should pay the majority of the bills. And I just, expressed to her, that's not how I see marriage. And she was kind of on board. And then it flip-flops.
Do you feel that way? Do you feel like he should be taking care of you financially? And
not necessarily taking care of me, but just the house, majority of the bills in the house.
You do want him paying the majority of the bills in the house and being a provider. Okay.
But we compromise on it because I know that's not how he feels.
There's a difference between compromising and sacrificing, and I think that's what you want to be clear about. So if you really feel like he should be paying the majority of the bills and you say, okay, I'm going to compromise, but really you're feeling resentful because you're actually sacrificing a value that you have. Do you see the difference between the two? So I think you need to be really clear for yourself on what that is.
Some of the same concerns I had brew during the honeymoon have come to light here. Will won't be that provider I've always wanted.
Will, as far as your position, sort of where your head is at with your career, and I think be clear on what your values are so that the two of you can communicate about that.
I have risked everything coming into this. I put my family through this. So I'm just hoping that we can come together from 2 different perspectives.